All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Cheryl Sawyer. I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador. And tonight I actually went to a couple of your leaders and asked what they felt that their teams needed to hear a little bit on. And we came up with talking about how to get a customer and how to keep them. So I put together a slide for you guys. I'm going to pull that up. All right, so we're going to talk about customers and how to get them and how to keep them. Let me get this away. Sorry. Okay. All right. So they have to know that you're an ambassador. So when we first start off, in any time, but especially new ambassadors, you definitely want to make sure you're letting it be known that you're a Plexus ambassador. We have to share daily, preferably daily, but we have to share constantly, letting people know that we're an ambassador and reminding it, keeping the Plexus fresh on their mind and reminding them that, hey, I am an ambassador. So when you are interested, come to me, kind of thing. So they may see you post, but if you're not consistent, something else will catch their attention. So if we're not keeping Plexus on their mind, and there's all these other companies, all these other products, all these other solutions, quote unquote, they're going to think about something else. So Plexus won't be their first thing they think of because they're not seeing it as much. We want to be passionate about Plexus. Your passion will excite others and intrigue them. So share your excitement. Share how much you love these products, how much the opportunity means to you, what it means to see all these testimonies every day. Be excited and share that. Let it be known that you love this. And they're going to be like, oh, I'd like to try it. She loves it. Obviously, she talks about it all the time. Maybe it's something that I would love to. And be a product of the product. This is huge. You guys have to use these products to be passionate about them. We can think, oh, I can share all these other testimonies and get excited for them. But until you have your own true passion for the products and true story, it's hard to fully get that excitement out there. So be a product of the product and share what the products do for you personally. Your audience wants to see how the products work for you. Oops, hold on. How is this not working? There we go. Share. We talked about this on Friday at our meeting, but we have to share all the time. So we want to share everywhere we go. You can wear your swag to start up conversations. People will, at this point, most people have somewhat heard of Plexus. They've heard the name. So when they see your shirt, they're going to say, oh, what is that? I've heard of that. Or they may not even have a clue, and they may wonder, like, really, what is that Plexus that's on your shirt? And also, if you hear someone discussing an issue that Plexus can help, bring it up. Walk up to them and, ask them if they've heard of Plexus, and, that you couldn't help but overhear what they're talking about, and that the products, you've seen multiple testimonies on how the products have helped others with those issues. But when you're out and about, share it. Always on Facebook and always on social media is a very easy way to share it. But we have to be sharing about Plexus. Share all types of testimonies. Your personal is the most important, like I was just talking about. And you want to mix up your testimonies daily. Mix up all the different types. You can go into the testimony pages and type in certain things like IBS or autoimmune or migraines. Tons and tons of things are on there. And if you don't really know what you want to talk about or what other options there are, just scroll. You'll find all kinds of different types of testimonies. There's a ton. And especially if there's one that you'd never heard of before, share it, because there's probably somebody in your audience that's suffering with that. And they may not even realize that Plexus helps with that because they haven't heard a testimony about that. And also, when you're sharing someone's testimony, start it out with why you're sharing it. Just a simple 1 or 2 line explanation of why you decided to share this testimony. It kind of, people know it's not your testimony, so they're like, why is she sharing this? But if you can put a little note at the top about, this testimony really touched home with me for whatever reason, blah, blah, blah. And I'd love to share it with you guys or whatever. put a little intro to get your audience interested in as well. Because if they're seeing it's just somebody else's story and it doesn't really, they don't understand why it's random like that, they'll scroll past it. Share your personal victories, more energy, sleeping better, etc. Non-scale victories are huge, so make sure you share those as well. To me, non-scale victories are the most important. The scale is definitely not one of the main things that people will notice change with Plexus. So we want to share all the non-scale victories and how important those are. Do giveaways and challenges. This is how I get a lot of my customers, or I finally get them to actually jump off the fence. I know that there's a ton sitting there. And so sometimes if I can do a giveaway or even promote a challenge, those fence sitters will decide to actually give it a try. So you want to run a special to raise awareness and spark interest. Those who have been quietly sitting on the fence will show interest if it means trying the products for free. So you're going to post about this. You have a 3-day trial that you're going to do a giveaway. Post it publicly on Facebook or any other social media and have them comment why they're interested. You're going to get a lot of people say that they're interested. I'm interested because it's free. You could do 1 3-day, you could do 5 3 days, whatever fits in your budget and whatever you feel your audience would be more apt to comment on. I've done a 7-day before. You could even do individual packets. You can say, the first 3 people that message me will get a packet of Slim. I've seen where people do the P96 packets. My son's walking in, so he's probably going to sit with me. But so you just do some type of giveaway to spark to get their attention and for them to comment on it so that you know that they're interested. This is where you're going to find how many people are watching your post, but you don't know it. So once they comment on your post, write them on your list. We should have 100 lists or a list that can grow, but write them down and message them privately. Message them that, I saw that you saw or that you were interested in my giveaway. You went down? And I'd love to tell you more about Plexus, or, sorry that you didn't win, but I'd still love to tell you more and go from there. You can set up challenges to encourage potential customers. There's 7-day challenges, there's 30-day challenges, and there's also a belly blaster challenge. That's with the P96. You can set up your own random challenge if you want to, but this is just a great way they're going to purchase the products that are needed for the challenge. They're going to be added to a group that you create, and everybody that takes part of that challenge will be in that group, and they'll just share experiences throughout the challenge on that group. With a belly blaster, you can share good recipes, workout regimens, things like that, just to help them along their journey. And they're going to see the other ones, what everybody else is experiencing, and it'll help kind of encourage them as well. All right, so now you have people that are showing interest. So how do you get them to be a customer? You want to find out what they are looking to achieve. This is one of the first things I do when I send them, when I know that they're interested. When let's say they say, okay, I'm a little interested in Plexus. Could you tell me more about it? I'll say, okay, well, what are you looking to achieve? What are your goals? Why are you interested in Plexus in a sense? That way I understand their mindset and I know where to lead the conversation, because I don't want to go over every single product and them looking for a multivitamin. Like, you just want to kind of have an idea of where to even start. So just asking them what they're looking to achieve, what their goals are, things like that will help you determine which products to really go over. I would only suggest going over the products that would help them achieve their goals. We have a lot of products. So if we're going into this conversation and we're so excited about every single product that we have, and here we are throwing, 13, 14, 15 products in their face, they get overwhelmed with that. And they're like, I don't really know what I want. That sounds like it's going to cost me a lot of money, things like that. So only really suggest the things that you feel that they should start with, depending on what they're looking to achieve. And just like I said, just don't overwhelm them with every product and all the knowledge there is to know about every single product. Suggest multiple options and let them make the decision. So for me, like I've told you guys multiple times, I suggest the triplex. But if I have somebody that's really looking for weight loss, I'll say, Okay, well, my suggestion is always to start with triplex. Let's get our body working properly. Let's get our gut in line. Um, but if you're really just wanting a quick, let's get some weight off, there is the Slim and Accelerator, or there is the Slim and Boost. But I give them that option. I explain why I suggest a specific one, but here's your other options. That way they can ultimately make the decision. And also remember, they don't have to purchase Slim. If they're working on their budget, find out what their budget is and determine which products are best for their budget. So we know Accelerator doesn't really work by itself, so it wouldn't be one that I would say, well, you could just buy Accelerator. But all the other ones, our vitamins, our ProBio, and our Cleanse, those are great. They don't have to have the Slim if it doesn't fit in their budget. So don't just push the customer away because they don't have a high enough budget. Work with their budget, get them going on the products, and once they've learned that I really do love this ProBio, maybe I should try their Slim, or maybe I should try their Mega X, other things. Once their budget's ready for that and they can fit those in, they will. But let's get them started on anything. All right, so now you have a new customer. You talk to them, they figured out which products they want, and now they're ready to order. So how do we keep them? We want to get very excited. Obviously we get excited anyway. We see this email come through that we have a new customer and we get excited. So send them a message, something like, I'm so excited that you decided to give Plexus a try. I received notice of your order and I can't wait to get you started and hear what you think. Just let them know that, I'm excited. I can't wait to get you started. And I always like to say, I can't wait to hear what you think about the products, so on and so on. Keep an eye on their order and get them excited for what's to come. In the old system and in the new system, it will come. The tracking was there, and they are working on that. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. But when the tracking is consistent and we can keep an eye on that, keep an eye on their tracking. Let them know, it looks like it's set to deliver on Monday. On Saturday, check it again and be like, oh my gosh, it's set to deliver in 2 days. I'm so excited. Just always be excited for them, and get them excited. You can add them to a Customers Drink Pink Facebook page. It's just a great way for them to research other products. They can ask questions if they can't contact you for some reason, and it's just a great support page. They can share their experience, and other customers will be sharing theirs as well. And there's just a lot of support there. You want to contact them approximately a day before it arrives to get them excited and educate them on how to take their products. You can send them written instructions on how to take their product that they purchased. There's documents available for that. We have our Plexus Power Tools, the Success Guide. There's different ways that you can send them how to take the products that they purchased, or you can just write it up for them. You can give them a quick run through of the products that they purchased, what they should expect, and how to take them. We want to let them know to start off slow and discuss their possible detox symptoms. That way, if they start seeing those in the first couple of days, they don't freak out thinking it's the product and just give up. So go ahead and, let them be aware that there is a possible chance that they would have a detox symptoms and what they could be, and how to get through those symptoms. And then I suggest following up on day 1, day 3, day 7, day 14, and day 28. Just touch base with them, make sure that they're still liking their products, make sure that they're drinking their water, things like that. So we're going to go over a little bit of follow-up. Okay, ask how they are liking their products. Be sure that they aren't having any side effects. Encourage increased water intake if they're experiencing any detox, and just be sure that they are actually drinking enough water. They think they are. They think, oh, I had 2 bottles today. I'm doing great. We know that we need to increase that. So just touch base with them on that. Check on their regimen, see what they're taking, when they're taking it, and if they need to change it up. I suggest doing that probably day 7, and maybe depending on the regimen, but possibly once on the 7th, the 14th, and the 28th day, just to because they should slowly increase their first month, possibly even 2 months in, their products, depending on what they're taking. If they're taking the ProBio, that's a slow increase. So we would check in with them and see what they're experiencing, and then encourage them to up their dosage if needed. And you can suggest other products that may increase their results. So you have a customer that's on Slim and Accelerator and they're loving it, but you know, they'd like to see a little bit more weight loss or whatever. You could increase, or you could encourage the block. You could find out if they're not really liking the Accelerator, if they'd be interested in the boost. You know, just go through and see what they're experiencing. It's on a personal thing, and every customer is going to be different. So it's a little hard for us as leaders to give you the exact rundown on how to handle a customer. But these would be my top suggestions for that. And let me get out of this really quick. I do have a video I want to share with you guys, but I want to see if Dodie has anything she wants to share. Dodie, I see you're unmuted, but I can't hear you if you are talking. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey. One thing I wanted to mention is how you were saying to make sure that we ask, like when a customer comes to us, that we make sure that we ask them what they are looking to achieve. Something that I recommend not doing is, like on your Facebook posts, when you do your Facebook posts, not to put your website on the comments, because that gives them more of the initiative to come to you and send you a message or comment and ask you about it. Because when you put your website there, a lot of times they'll go and just go to the website and then they get totally bombarded with all the information there. They don't know where to go. Sometimes they see the prices and things like that. And I think if you could talk to them before they actually go to your website, that you can go ahead and get that vision in their head about what they're looking for. So that's something I used to post my website all the time, and probably maybe almost a year ago I quit doing that, and it just seems like I get more communication with my customers now. I think you're muted, Cheryl.
You're right. I muted myself. But I think you're right on that. I think in the beginning, and especially when we're unsure, we're like, oh, that's an easy sale. They'll go to my website and they'll place their order and I won't have to deal with it. But it really is, you need that communication there, or it's going to be one of those customers that just falls off. They didn't know what to purchase. They probably purchased the wrong thing. Start off in the beginning, getting that communication going. That way they know they can come to you with concerns. If they have a negative, they'll feel more apt to come to you versus just calling customer service and refunding their order, you know?
Right.
So definitely want to have that initial conversation to make sure they're on the right product. And also we've learned too that Facebook they can start blocking your post when your website's on there. So all around, it's just not good to post your website.
It takes that salesy aspect out of it too. Yeah.
It looks salesy when it looks like you just don't really care. Like, here, check out my website. It just, I don't know. I don't like it either. But I mean, it's okay here and there, but definitely not every post.
Right. And I like that you mentioned the customer Facebook page, which is the customers drink pink. We were actually talking about that today on my team page. That's what made me think of it. Like there's many that don't know about this page, and I think it's a great resource for everyone to get added to and add their customers to, because there's tons of documents and they can search on there and things like that. So that's a great resource for their customers as well.
Yeah. Is that it? Was that all you had, Dodie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to see if this video will play. It's loading, it looks like, but I'm going to try it. Let's see. This video was done by Emily Roberts, and it's talking about Go for No. There's a book called Go for No that she read, and I actually ordered it. It's due to deliver tomorrow. I'm excited to get it going, but it's just in general talking about when you're building a business, you should always push for that no. You should never be scared to get that no. So let's see if I can get her to. Yes.
Hey, Facebook Live. I wanted to kind of share a little bit of inspiration this morning. And I know a couple of you are online, so I want to share with you a book that I have found that I absolutely love. It's short, sweet, quick little read. It is called Go for No. Got it on Amazon. It's by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. And let me tell you, it's been very eye-opening. It's been kind of a little game changer for me this week. Every time you watch my videos, every time you log in and you see something from me, my opinions are going to change. The way that I view network marketing and the way that I view my business is going to change. And so it's always important that we're changing our why and we're growing and we're learning. So I want to kind of share a little tidbit from this book, just because I had an aha moment. I don't know if maybe you're watching this and you've had an aha moment before, but this, you guys, this right here, it's exciting. One of my favorite little things that he says in the book is, sticks and stones may break my bones, but no can never hurt me. So if you're working a business, if you're a small business owner, if you are a network marketer, if you're a sales rep, whatever you are, I want you to go for no. And I mean that because sometimes we get this vision in our head that failure is far left and success is way far right, and we're stuck in the middle, and it's one or the other, right? We think we can only fail or we can only succeed, but we got it wrong. And that's what he talks about in this book. It's that we're here. We started our business, we started our small business, and we are so excited to rock and roll, change lives, help others. But you know what you got to do to succeed? You have to fail. Why? Because you got to learn a lesson. You got to teach yourself to be better. So it goes, you join, you start, you begin, you fail forward, and then you succeed. And it's cool to keep failing and to fail forward and to get those no's, because that means you were the first person to introduce them to this opportunity. It means you took that chance and you were bold and you have unshakable belief that it didn't matter if they said yes or no. And you need to go for no. So I encourage you this week, as you're working your business and really for the rest of the year, to go for no's. How many no's can you get in a day? How many people are you reaching out to about your business? I love that. Another little tidbit from the book that he mentions is, yes is the destination, no is how you get there. How many no's is it going to take to finally get that yes? And I need you to think about this yourself. How many times did I say no before I finally started my business? How many times did I say no before I finally said, you know what, I would like a little bit more information. Okay, maybe this is for me. Maybe I was a little harsh and I need to read something on network marketing or read a little bit more about this business. So just remember that yes is the destination that you're going for. You want them to say yes. You want to move in that right direction, and you can't if you're so afraid of rejection and failure. You guys, to be a leader, it takes time to fail. It takes failure, and it's going to happen. And think about this. This is a great little analogy. A lot of us are moms, right? I'm watching a bunch of you guys and log in, and I know y'all have kiddos. So I want you to think about the last time you were at the grocery store. Again, it's in this book. You're walking around the grocery store with your kiddo, and you're trying to get this grocery shopping done, and your child's driving you crazy, and they're like, "Mommy, can I have a cookie?" And you say, no, mommy's shopping, mommy's grocery shopping. And then 2 minutes later, Mom, what about now? Can I have a cookie? Like, no, honey. And you keep pushing the buggy around. Like, Mom, I really want a cookie. I'm so hungry. Can I have a cookie? And you say no. And this goes on back and forth for a good 10 minutes, right? We've all had that moment with your child where they want something and you keep telling them no, but that no does not faze them. That no means nothing to them. They're persistent. They believe that their mommy is going to give them that cookie if they keep trying. Now, I'm not saying you should go and act like a brat in your business and beg people for that yes. No, that is not what I'm saying. I am saying, though, we weren't raised to believe that no was a bad word. So what is important is, I'll give y'all the book name in just a second, Tracy. What's important is that you remember that when you were little, you were fearless. You were fearless, and you asked your mommy for that cookie 1,600 times. Your little boy, your little girl right now, they'll ask you for that cookie 1,000,000 times because they believe that they need that cookie. And that's kind of how I want you to see your business. You were fearless then. Why do we let that fear and that failure stand in our way today? So Go for No. Again, the book is Go for No by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. Got it on Amazon. It was like $5. It's like 75 pages long. I mean, literally a page is a chapter. And it's very, very creatively written. I love the analogy. I love how he travels in time and he talks to his future self and he learns what he did wrong. He learns how and why he was failing. And it was because he was going for yeses. And that's the thing. We set ourselves up and we're like, oh, I got 3 people to start a business this week, or I made 3 sales this week. I'm good. That was my quota. That was my goal for the week. Why do we let that stop? Why do we let ourselves get stuck right there after we've met a small goal? Why don't we go bigger? In my organization, for the business that I'm in, I want to be a diamond. I want to be a Plexus diamond. I want to be at the top of the company. And I can't do that if I stop the second I reach a goal. No, you should always be creating new goals. And you should always be going for no, because when you're going for no, that means you're still reaching out. You're still trying to tell as many people as possible about your opportunity, about your business. So think about that. Think about success and how it's not left or right. Failure's not over here and success is not over here. You're over here. Failure and success are this way. You got to fail to be successful. You have to learn. You have to grow. And I hope that inspires you for the rest of this week, for the rest of the year, as you're working on your goals, as you're working on your business, whatever it may be. Go for no. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your day.
All right, so I just loved that. I thought it was great. I thought everything that she talked about and everything that was in that book was so encouraging for me. And even hearing it that time, I was like, yes. So we definitely want to go for no. Like I said, I just purchased that book. It's on Amazon. I can't remember how much I paid. It was more than $5. It was probably between $7, $9, something like that. But I can't wait to read it. So I just want to not end there, but open for questions if you guys have anything, or conversation. Pretty much, we don't have to be questions. It can be whatever you guys want to talk about. But you'll have to unmute yourselves if you do want to say anything. Nothing at all. They did just send out the email for the 1099s. They were mailed, so you should be receiving that in the mail. But if you do want to get the electronic form and go ahead and see it, things like that, you can follow the link that was in your email. The website does move slow, so be patient with it. I was having issues with it, and Stephanie was having issues with it right before signing on. So be patient with it. If you can't get it to pull up, try again tomorrow. But you should receive your 1099 paper in the mail within the next couple days. If you don't get that sometime this week, let us know and we'll figure that out. Anything at all? All good? It's kind of a short meeting.
All right, you're talking 1099s. As a newbie, it would be nice to have hints and ideas of way that you keep track of stuff for your taxes.
Okay.
That may be another team meeting.
Yeah. Taxes are definitely, they can be your best friend and they can be your enemy. But with a small business like this, you have so many write-offs. It's insane. I owned a photography business for a couple years, and I pretty much claimed a loss every year, even though I was really pocketing a lot of money just through write-offs, your mileage, things like that. So yes, we will definitely, that's something really good to talk on. So yeah, I might try to do that really soon. I might be able to make that next week's focus. My goal next week was to open up a question and answers that you guys would submit your questions online to me and Dodie. And then we would pick our top 10 questions or so that we wanted to go over for a meeting. But we could possibly, we could push that on and do taxes next week.
That would be great.
Yes, we can do that.
Cheryl,
I
found that 4-page document to be very helpful too.
Which document?
I don't remember. It's one y'all put out. Somebody put out. And it's four typed pages of just all the different things you could claim, claim.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we'll share that as well. There are a lot of documents that you can use to guide you. A lot of them is going to be up to you on how you want to keep track of it, but we can give you suggestions and all of that. So we can do that next week for sure.
Cheryl, there's also Tamara just did a call probably about a month ago, and there was an ambassador who's also a CPA. It was a very short call, and she gave tons of great information for tax write-off. So I'll go see if I can find that call too, and we can repost it so everybody can listen to it.
Okay, yeah.
That would be great. Thank you.
You'll be amazed, but it's hard to know what you can write off unless you've done it before. But I mean, it's every little thing possible. And you want to make sure you take advantage of that because it really does help with your income taxes.
I have a question, Cheryl. I have a customer who does not want to take the slim anymore because it has chromium in it. Have y'all had any issues with that?
Yeah, there are people that show concern with that, but the amount of chromium in ours is not to be of concern. I can find certain things on it, and I'm not sure if I don't have the best memory, so I have to look up a lot of things. But there are people that do show concerns with chromium. But I have seen multiple things about it our amount not being of concern. Dodie, do you remember anything specific on that?
No, I'd have to look it up. I know some people think that it's a chromium metal, and it's not a chromium metal. It's more of a plant-based chromium. So that could be their concern as well.
Yeah, and if you do have customers that come up with you're going to have some that are really, they know their ingredients, they know their stuff, and they will be like something that you've never heard of. If you have questions on the specific ingredients, the amounts, things like that, because people want to know that, you can email products. I believe it's products at plexusworldwide.com. You can ask them anything, and they'll usually respond within 24 hours with detailed information. They'll tell you the exact amount of it, whatever you ask or whatever. They can tell you what forms of the ingredient, like she was saying, like the metals, they can tell you the form and all of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And also, if you search on the team, like any of the team pages, if you just put chromium in the search bar, I'm sure that question's been asked, and there's probably some really good answers that you could copy and paste as well.
Yeah. I had somebody just the other day asking about our protein, that it was most likely fed by grain-fed cows. I was like, oh, I don't know. So I actually researched it and found that our cows are grass-fed. But in that moment, I was like, I don't know. To me, it didn't matter, but to her, it did. So, but we can always get those answers. And like I said, you can email products at Plexus Worldwide.
Also, I have another question. Do you know the difference in a soy protein and a soy lecithin? I have a customer who doesn't take soy. She doesn't want anything that has soy in it, and our Plexus 96 has soy lecithin, but I know that that's not a soy protein. I just don't know the difference.
I've actually Googled that recently because I was wondering that too, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say that recently came up. I remember that coming up too. So yeah, I would search it on those pages. So if you want to send us a message as well, that way we can help you. But search on those pages. And if we can't figure it out, like I said, we can email products, or even if we want to email products right now, that way it's already in the system. Within 24 hours, you'll have an answer, but we can also be looking while we're waiting on an answer.
Thank you very much.
We have about 5 minutes. There's going to be some, I know it's, the leaders have announced it, but the new ambassador training, a couple leaders are stepping out and doing new ambassador trainings on Thursday. So be sure that your new ambassadors know about that and get on those. It's really important that we get all the information that they need in the very beginning to them and get them started on the right foot.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Is there a format for that? Because I'm challenged to do one myself for my new ambassadors. Do y'all have like an outline that you use, or?
I don't have a specific outline. I would go over the new ambassador checklist, things like that. The creating or writing down their why, getting their hundreds list, their Frank's list, all those very beginning things that we went over on Friday as well. I have a slideshow for the Friday meeting. I'll share that on our page just for those that didn't make it. But just the documents to get them started, getting figuring out their why, setting up their goals, the checklist, like I said, things like that. That's what I would get them started on. You can maybe show them the success guide, let them know where to find it if they don't already have it. But just the first few things that they really need to get started.
Okay.
Hey
And then I have
Cheryl,
one-
can we possibly do like a Zoom meeting on like that issue I had with the Advocare the other day? Is it possible to do a Zoom meeting on comparison with other products so it would help us if that comes up?
We can. I personally don't know a lot about other products, so maybe if we could talk and see if there's people within the team that know a little bit about products, that would be a good thing to do. But that will be something I'll have to see if I can find a few people that know about the products.
Okay.
Crystal, did you have something?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I've had 2 customers within the last week, both different customers, both nursing mothers. I think I brought this up the last time we talked. Anyway, I have another customer today that told me that she was gonna have to stop the triplex because her milk supply was decreasing, and so I guess I'm kind of bummed because I've had 2 moms within 1 week drop out on me, and everything I read, and including myself, I mean, I haven't had any issues. So I don't know if y'all are running into that, if anybody is hearing anything that, might be of some help. But I mean, I'm on that breastfeeding support page, and I've reached out to some people there, but everybody's
That's what I was going to suggest. I don't know enough moms that have used it and had an experience at all with it. But like you said, I would reach out to the ones that are using it. Is there anything on those pages about it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of testimonies and women on there that say it's increased their milk supply and all this stuff. So, like, one of my customers, she's not really throwing the whole towel in yet. She just wants to send the P96 back because she's blaming that. And then my customer today is just going to stop the whole thing. And she said she might come back and give it a try. But, like, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a coincidence with their circumstances, and their babies are both about the same age. So I don't know. I mean, our bodies are kind of designed differently, but
Yeah.
I guess it's just kind of, discouraging with 2 moms coming at me, and kind of didn't know if that was something that, I could tell, there was something that somebody knew about it.
No, I don't. We have less than a minute, or I'll talk to you a little bit more about it. But
There was something I just read, and I wish I could remember better, but it did say something about what products you could not take while you were breastfeeding. So I guess you're just going to have to go out there and research it.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think one of them had to do with the Mega X, but there were some things not to take in our product line.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Sorry. We'll talk more, but this is about to cut off. But you guys have a great night.